YouTube, what the total war Attila's going on? The Himyar are in the his house. I just took lame puns to a whole new low, people, and the episode just started. That's right. HeirofCarthage taking bad jokes to a new low every day, day after day. I'm sometimes surprised that you all continue to watch my videos with stuff that blatantly bad. Anyway, here we go. No, I'm glad you all watched the video. Speaking of, I was watching Bizarre Foods. Does anybody else watch Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmern? I love that show. Absolutely love it. I don't really like the look of all the food he eats. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a picky guy. I'll eat just about anything until he goes to certain countries. And he was in the, what is it, the Faroe Islands? I probably pronounced it wrong. It's the islands that are like kind of partway between, what is it, Ireland and Iceland. Anyway, I think their culture looked very Nordic to me. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked, Nordic. And I've seen him go to a few Scandinavian countries and then Iceland and a few other. Bless you people. Your islands are beautiful, and I would love to come and see your country, but whew, some of the food he eats on there. And maybe he just goes and you're like, I don't know where he finds these people. We don't eat that stuff. He's the only one that eats it. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Or maybe you all are just like, gross. What are you Americans over there eating your burgers and fries? Yeah, I know. Who knows? Anyway, do I have any viewers in the Faroe Islands? If I do, shout out. Hope you all are enjoying life there. Looked like an interesting place to see. Anyway, let's get back to things. Let's see. We had just taken over Pachoras here, Pachoras. I don't know how it's pronounced here, the CH. Got my guys heading into office, which is good. We've got a few, looks like, well, I mean, this is an appropriate word. Some of you may think, oh, it's the first time he's ever sworn. I'm not really swearing. I'm using it in the true meaning. It looks like we have some, well, I won't use it. I always try and keep things rated well here. There we go. You know what I was going for. But anyway, you thought you were going to hear me say something that you could count against me as a swear, but nope, I'm going to deprive you of that. I had some people like, why don't you swear? I just don't. It's not like I block people or don't listen to them or something when I hear other people do it. I just don't do it. So, and hopefully that means too that for you all, if some of you are watching it, if your parents care, they won't hear me saying something and then get mad at you for watching. Or if you don't live with your parents and you're like, it doesn't matter. Well, oh well, we can all watch and we can all enjoy. You can add your own swears to my commentary if that makes you happy. All right, so here we go. Just trying to think what I want to do. I want to take more of Egypt, that's for sure. The Garamantians have taken this settlement here that when you put an OX and a Y, it's like Oxy to me, except I'm sure that's not how that's pronounced. Am I crazy? Like Oxyrhynchus, yeah, Oxyrhinoceros, something like that. Jeez, it's going to be a bad night for you all. Because I can't even decide what I want to do. Well, I mean, I'm going to need another army. I can probably afford one. I think I was building one, actually. Yeah, I was. So I've got this one training out some axe dudes here. And we've got another priest, which should be handy. Let's get this character on the way over here, because we're going to need him to help convert the religious sentiment where we're going to be conquering, because that's going to be very important to our success. Let's see if there's any upgrades. Doesn't look like it. I don't think there's really any buildings we need to build this turn. Let's just go ahead and end the turn. Probably quite a bit of turn ending through here. The biggest thing that I'm going to have to be afraid of is whether or not the Sassanids would just like all of a sudden randomly turn on me. Sure hope they wouldn't, because that would get ugly. Oh, really? The Sassanids moved in and took a piece of... Wow. Now that's going to make things interesting. Because if I attack the Sassanids, I'm going to get absolutely steamrolled at this point by all of their different stacks. Wow. I didn't know the Sassanids were about to expand that quick, or else I would have made a quicker move. Ooh, yeah, things just got interesting here. Things just got real. Gonna have to think about this one here. I'm gonna decree both of these guys into office just because I can. We got some units trained here. Got our first 5 of these warriors. It makes me wonder if I don't think 2 armies would be enough to manhandle the Sassanids. I really need this land up here to the north of me, though. I mean, because where else am I going to go? I mean, just look at the map here. The Sassanids have already moved all the way into Egypt, which is pretty quick. They must be handily winning the war. Yeah, because they own all of Syria and stuff like that. Eastern Romans still in control up here. So the Sassanids own Syria, Osirene, Asoristan, and Arabia Magna. And if I go to war with the Sassanids, we're going to have the Lakhmids, the Mazun, these guys here are going to come against me. Macron is going to come against me. Let's see, all of these factions over here are going to come against me, all the rump states. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Now, I mean, it's possible I could maybe sneak up here and hit Alexandria, but Sassanids will probably beat me to it. I mean, if I could move on into Libya and North Africa would be pretty nice lands, and I could avoid war with the Sassanids for a bit longer. I really think that it would be suicidal to attack them at the moment. That's just my opinion. They have taken control of the settlement, and I would need to move through their land, which means that I would have to trespass them. I mean, armored camel warriors would help me overcome the Sassanids. Their infantry is none too special early on. I'm just worried about the number of stacks that they can throw at me and whether I would have the funding to overcome such things, especially when conquering is going to be difficult due to the penalties I would face from public order due to religious differences. So it seems to me that that would be a big problem. Big problem. This is going to be interesting, folks. Really don't know how I'm going to handle this one yet. Have to think about it, but the challenge will be fun. We'll take the challenge. Almost thinking about picking up some desert hurlers here rather than those cheap desert bows. I don't think the desert bows will be that useful to me. Let's see. So we have 8 of these guys, 12. Probably need a few of the desert spears. We can move over here and get some armored camel warriors. Armored camel warriors are going to be a backbone in my army at this point. I probably ought to just get more of them and less spear units because they're going to be beast. But the spear units could be handy in siege battles and stuff too. What am I working on here? Looks like I'm trying to get to the Hammam. Something like that, yeah, up here. Food trader, trade wharf. I guess that's what I'm working on. Well, I'm going to stall for some more thinking time. I mean, part of me wants to just be absolutely reckless and attack the Sassanids. Could potentially be fun, but like I said, it could also be disastrous. And I'm worried that it'll be more on the side of disastrous. I mean, however, if I kept one army in Arabia Magna, my worry is that the Sassanids could get around me. I would have to at least be able to afford a navy to control the Red Sea in order to pull that off. The Red Sea and then the Persian Gulf, I would have to have a navy to control that area. If I could control that area, I could keep transport ships out, and then there's not a whole lot of good approaches to my homelands through there. So I mean, it's possible that that could work in my favor. Let's bring this guy up here, put him into the agent stance, take this better priest out of the agent stance. And, I don't know, maybe we can get up here and, like, wait for the Sassanids to leave and force some kind of rebellion or something. Let's maybe look at our options there and just try and be smart. Perhaps we can find a way out of this with some cunning rather than some brute force. Man, it is taking its toll on my income to get all these guys trained. I do have a few new buildings being taken care of, but I mean, my income's going to be sorely limited due to the limited nature of my lands at this point. I don't think we have a choice. We're probably just going to have to attack the Sassanids because money is going to necessitate it. We are going to get hit with stack after stack. I mean, I remember fighting these guys with the Eastern Romans, remember? And that was when I had, like, lots of stacks of men. Lots of stacks. Now, see right there where they sail off? I could perhaps ease a rebellion in with an agent and see if we can get Sassanid land conquered and then move in against the rebels. Let's see if we can do that, because then I could avoid that war a bit early. I mean, if I could at least just take Egypt and Libya, I could probably fund enough armies to fight the Sassanids. Because my position... Let's see, another illegitimate birth. Someone's busy with the illegitimate births there. So yeah, my position in Arabia Felix is fairly defensible. I mean, you can get people entering Arabia Felix through here, but it's a long road through the desert. The Lockmans can handle that. The Sassanids, however, do suffer desert attrition unless they've done the upgrades. The other thing I would be expecting is attacks through the port. So if I station my army here, I don't think that I would have to worry about my homeland as much. It kind of almost makes me wonder if we could put together kind of a push to push the Sassanids out of Egypt and just kind of hold for a while. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Going to war with them is extremely dangerous, though, I think. I wonder if I have enough, like, sanitation going on here. I'm pretty sure that I do. We should get rid of one of these canals, because it's too much.
We fight for you, my lord.
Where's that agent? Here he is.
My words are yours to direct. I shall take a moment to compose myself.
Disrupt day-to-day affairs within a rival settlement through acts of sabotage or interference.
It is an honor.
Let's take a look at this guy. I mean, is there any, like, betray, compromise security, compromise command, distract, discourage populace, inspire troops, persuade, preach intolerance. See what we can learn about this step real quick. I'm trying to see what my evil, unnatural demons, preach intolerance, religious unrest. So it does create unrest in a province for sure. I can't unlock that just yet. That would be amongst an army. Preach doom to a foreign army. I wonder what my spy is capable of. It seemed like I had a spy as well. Where's my agents? Maybe I did not have a spy. Nope. Yep, no spies for me just yet. I got enough food. We're doing good on food for now. That's good news. At least some good news. We're gonna tear that down. Let's just see what else we can do. We have this religious building here, which we kind of need because it helps keep the religious unrest low, which is good. Religious differences aren't doing much to us here, so that's definitely a plus. Do we get... I mean, we get extra research rate, but it does consume food. It's not going to do us a lot of good. I really need the growth here to eventually open me this slot. Maybe I'm just being too worried about this. Let's spread.
I shall make a few suggestions.
This settlement may revolt if the Sassanids can continue to misuse it. And we should probably be ready to pounce just in case it does. Yeah, let's keep an eye on it. I would like to have the armored camel warriors. These guys, let's go ahead and take these guys down. Bring them over and get them stacked up with some armored camel warriors. There we go, I'll just bring them ashore right there and train the camel warriors and then take them back out. Don't think... Let's take a look at what we can hand Squalor. Oh yeah, we got plenty here. Public order is not too bad either. We get a little bit extra wealth production out of the improved Oriental Harbor. Don't really think we're getting a whole lot from spice trade at the moment, though. Camel farm just gives us more food. Well, actually, it gives us more wealth from husbandry as well. It's an additional 200 wealth. It's not bad. We need to be able to get through all these tech trees, which I think is one of the things that I'm working on right now, or should be. Magistrate's Palace would probably be good. And then this Connaught network is what I need to get also. So yeah, let's keep working on those things. It'll help me build up better settlements. And let's just see what happens with the Sassanids here. With my guy here spreading Judaism, it really should hopefully help lead to a rebellion over here. If we could move in and take Berenice and then move on up to that other city that has the gold mine and then potentially Alexandria, that would be massively helpful. And if we could do so without going to war with the Sassanids, that would be preferable. Much preferable. It is possible the Sassanids won't like me growing and will attack me anyway, but you know, obviously if that happens, we'll just have to face it. And I guess a combination of slingers and camel warriors would probably be a pretty effective stop to all of their shock cav spam in the game. They're actually managing to stabilize this place somehow, even with my guy decreasing public order. Let's see.
Fleet reporting, my lord. Disembarking now.
There we go, we got them ashore. Let's get their camel warriors trained, and then we'll send them back over to Arabia Felix. I don't think I'm going to need them over here at the moment. And I'm not going to probably be able to afford a navy also. It'd certainly be helpful, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it. An unassigned skill here. This is my new priest. Distract, compromise security. Research rate would go up. I'll take that. Inspire populace is handy too, so let's do that. And we can next get to spread religion and encourage dissent. That would be handy.
At your service.
Let's go ahead here and let's see what happens to the public order in that Sassanid settlement, whether or not it's getting worse. It's still quite a ways from a rebellion, unfortunately. But it almost seemed as if the amount of negative was decreasing. Maybe I may not be patient enough for this. I don't want to sit around forever. I want to get some action going, but we will definitely have an untold amount of crap stacks coming against us if we attack the Sassanids. If you all remember that from my East Rome campaign, it was no insignificant amount of forces. And I do not believe that they would be easily persuaded to sue for peace. They are slowly working towards a rebellion. I do think that this guy can make it happen. I think I'm just going to leave him in this stance here because it's probably having a bigger negative effect than anything else. And I can reach that settlement in a single turn's march. We've got all of the camel warriors trained, but that means my income is back into the dirt now. So there won't be a training of anything else. Let's tear this down and see if maybe we can build some industry. Might not hurt to, let's go ahead and build up the camel farm. And then, like I said, we'll see if we can build something there for industry that might help boost up my income to help cover the large cost that I have to go through right now. This is a governor. May not hurt to give him extra experience for, or extra morale for infantry recruits since we've been training infantry out of there. See what we get here. We are pushing the Sassanid town towards rebellion. We could try and move north in Arabia and see about capturing that the settlement that's been abandoned. There is lead there. Could potentially be a nice resource, or maybe it's gemstones. I can't remember. Maybe that's what we should do. So we finished our research. We can build the Connaught now. I'm gonna... Right, large stone field. Let's see about getting this economic development done here. Money will be limited at this point. Let's see. Local industry just gives me more wealth. From it we can move into a thread master, which eventually actually provides quite a bit of wealth. I mean, you're definitely going to take a hit on public order and stuff, but might be able to sustain it. I mean, that's quite a bit of wealth that you get down that chain. I don't know if there's anything better available. 1250, 3% trade, 20% wealth from commerce. Probably not better. The public order penalty is less though. But yeah, I don't think that overall it would provide me a better benefit. So let's go ahead and go with the local industry. I think that'll be a quick way to maybe try and pull some money back in. Yeah, let's do this here. Spread religion and encourage dissent. Can this guy do encourage dissent? Apparently he should be able to. He's got one other skill we can give him. Encourage mutiny. Persuade a foreign agent. Let's drop that one in. Oh yeah, Berenice is getting unhappy. It is going to rebel, and I know it's many turns away, but let's wait for it. It's the smarter thing to do, rather than attack the Sassanids prematurely here. I might be able to march around. Yeah, I could probably march around Sassanid land and maybe go ahead and come up here and capture this settlement. That would put me at war with the Garamantians. This one's desolate though, so there's a bit of a buffer between me and the Garamantians. Let's not waste too much time. I won't take attrition for going through the desert.
We fight for you, my lord.
So let's use that to our advantage and come up here and attack the Garamantian settlement, because we can hold our own back here now as far as public order goes. At least we should be able to, especially with this priest here assisting. And this army is back in town, and then let's consider heading up here and taking over that desolate settlement. Just see what we can make of it. If it doesn't seem worth it, we can just abandon it and move on. 1 turn till we finish our little industry, and then 5 turns till we finish up the next research. It's been a little bit of a thinking game here with the Himyar. I started with the East Romans and I played with Assassins before. You start out with like Empire type strength, and definitely starting off in a lot more humble surroundings with the Himyar here. So kind of having to maybe be a little bit more strategic, not to tick off the larger... I don't so much worry about ticking off the Romans, obviously. I do worry about ticking off the Sassanids, because the Romans seem to end up just getting horsewhipped in all the campaigns, but the Sassanids don't usually come across the same way here. And they have so many puppet states.
My lord.
Yeah, no defenses here. So we're going to absolutely declare war on the Garamantians.
Besieging settlement.
This will give us some extra badly needed money, actually. Let's go ahead and occupy. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. I'm going to repair here. And I'll get rid of that local industry and put a gold focus building in, see if we can get some trade and money in general going from that. Let's go ahead and drop in the thread maker here. That should give us another nice little boost to money per turn. We now have enough money to afford a few more units in this army. Wow, those Desert Spears come with some pretty serious upkeep. About half wonder if I'd be better off to just put more hurlers in there, but I mean, I'll put 1 more hurler because the upkeep's less. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and get ready to end another turn. So this army upkeep cost, ooh, that'd be handy actually. Make my army cheaper to keep up. That'll put some money back in the bank. And we can assign a provincial governor. And we probably should. Let's take a look at the old family tree here. We got a statesman just waiting around right here who could go be a governor, and that would probably work out well. So let's do that. Let's swap over here. And we'll put this guy in as the governor. And let's see, replenishment, religious influence, +1 to state religion. That's probably the one that I want to do. It is. Because having the state religion here is important. Judaism is on the rise while all the others are falling, so that's good news for my public order. Berenice is getting upset quickly. It's at -59 and dropping 10 per turn at the current. So we should be able to snag that from the Sassanids, assuming that the rebellion successfully takes place.
Honorable enemies, we will be in war.
Never mind, we'll be taking it from the Sassanids by force.
Your people will fall into darkness.
Yeah,
and
here we go, folks. It's about to get real. So look at all these puppet states they're going to call in against me. Wow. Alright, well, here we go. They are joined by everybody. I heard people on the forums posting that this inevitably happened with your Himyar campaign, and it gets very dicey, and I can imagine why. I have one army to protect my homelands. That's fine. We'll just have to use this army to the best of our ability, and we may need to train another. If money will allow it, we will see. Money will be tight unless we expand. This is going to be a very interesting early game challenge. Yep, we already got armies marching on us, as expected. It would probably benefit me to make peace with the Garamantians. I will see if they are interested in such things.
You have my attention. Now, do not try
Really?
to charm, wheedle, or cajole. For those
They almost kind of like me and they're not interested in peace. Oh, let's see. Can I pay them off? Can we offer them a payment? Nah, whatever. You'll come back. You'll ask me for peace soon enough.
My lord.
Kind of thinking about just quickly hitting Berenice and then trying to make my way north. Let's go ahead and do it. I've got my priest here to try and help settle the province as much as possible. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a considerable amount of public uproar there, and it will be tricky to fight. At least I have a good army here, and we should probably push forward and go ahead and take this city. If I can afford another army to hold Arabia Felix, we could have a chance to push forward a little. It's going to be very, very difficult just because we're going to be outnumbered so badly by enemies. Let's just kind of see what that army is going to be up to. We'll keep an eye on them. Let's see what happens, folks. It's about to get real. Let's see. We got another governor who's ranked up. Don't really need that. Don't really need the added authority either, for that matter. Let's see what we can give him here. It gives more authority. Surely authority would be handy when you're a governor. We'll see. I mean, I have a couple of pretty good armies. No doubt there. They're not great, but with the armored camel warriors, I mean, I have a decent force. Very worried about Sassanid agent spam. And armies, of course. Armies are also a problem, but agent spam can be dangerous too. Their allies didn't waste any time in advancing on me. And they're going to be a nuisance and try and go around me towards my other less defended town. It's very typical. So I should have just marched out and gone after them. Rebellion imminent in Egypt. This is expected at this point.
My lord.
Really? Did you just go out to sea?
is a dangerous course.
What a bunch of crap. I gotta waste another turn putting these guys back on land now.
Set up a blockade.
Holy stupid. That's so stupid. I could reload, but I don't want to do that right in the middle of a recording.
Ready for orders.
I'm just gonna move down here and cut these guys off. I don't think they would have enough movement points to go through the desert there. We'll see. I didn't, so I guess I can assume that they don't, but I don't know that that's a fair assumption or not. Okay, well, that was irritating what happened up here in Egypt. Hate wasting a turn at a time like this when the bulk of the Sassanid Empire could be moving towards me. It's kind of weird why would they declare war on me right there? Yeah, they're gonna send their little navy after me, which isn't good because I have a fleet. So yeah, they're attacking me with actual naval vessels, but the auto-resolve is massively in my favor. Massively in my favor. So I'm just gonna auto-resolve it. I'll take that if they're handing it out. Hopefully I didn't get screwed over on it. Sure didn't. In fact, the Sassanids got completely lambasted. I'll take that. Eventually, this priest should help me stabilize things, but we're gonna have trouble because of all the war that's going to be taking place in the province on top of the high. Look at these dimwits. It's like we're not going to face you in combat, but we're going to continually march around you, hoping to get to a city that's unguarded. Term of office. Let's put these guys up here. So -3 for all units, +3 replenishment. Public order +5 in a garrison province. That +5 in the garrison province is kind of handy for that. But no, he's a governor, so it doesn't matter. This guy can still fill this role down here, so let's go ahead and put them in. And let's see.
Yes.
I can now occupy Berenice, which is good. A little rebel army has popped up here. Egyptian rebels. We now control Berenice, which is going to help us from a food standpoint considerably. We need to convert that sheep flock into a wheat field. Do the wheat field here. And then honestly, probably more than anything, I need some industry here. Or actually, that's where I was going to do the gold mine. Himyar field, gold veins, 600. Is the gold one even any good? I mean, it goes up to 2,500, so does the industry, and it's a whole lot less public order penalty. Holy crap, that public order penalty. Now this one does boost tariffs over here, which is pretty nice, but man, those penalties. I can't afford any of the penalties for now, so I may switch this back later because I understand I can trade gold with other people. But for now, I'm going to put the local industry because I get a little bit of boost without having to have all of the nonsensical, the other nonsensical crap that comes with it. So let's see. Replenishment, that would be handy to have. I'll go ahead and get the extra replenishment lined up. And then on the next turn, I'll march up here to try and put down the rebellion. This this priest is going to continue to be pretty handy.
My lord?
Can I not?
As you command, my lord.
This agent may not deploy this turn. Okay. Maybe because he got forced off of the... Yeah, it's probably because he got forced off of the stance that he was in.
My lord.
I'm just going to come out here and see if these idiots will face me. This is getting kind of annoying, like marching back and forth between them. Let's see what we got here. Shield training. Enemy morale -10. I like that. Public order, presence of Judaism, +5 versus morale +15 versus Eastern empires. Now that could be extremely handy right here. In fact, that makes the most sense. That's going to give our men substantial morale boost versus these other factions. We will take that. I'm going to start unlocking other abilities. Our income's actually not that bad at the moment. I could afford another army if I can sustain this income. Honestly, though, I probably need a navy. I hate to pay the upkeep cost, but I mean, the Sassanids and their puppet states are going to be able to sail at me.
Much blood has been spilt.
The Romans want a
suggest
peace
that we
treaty.
agree terms to staunch the flow on both sides.
And that actually kind of makes sense for me right now. And they're going to offer me payment, so we're going to take that. You know, I'm not much for peace treaties unless it means me defeating them entirely, but this one I'll take. Let's see if that enemy army runs away from me again. They probably will. Bunch of freaking cowards. This is getting old. If I go attack their settlement, they'll get mine. But if I'm just going to keep going back and forth with them here. Were those guys at war with me? They might have been. Yeah, we're going to just decree these guys into office because I got plenty of influence, so why not? Let's see, as far as other research, let's hit up this Weaver. That could come in handy to give me some extra. Oh yeah, our income's looking pretty nice now. This is good. Let's take this army and move up here to, like I said, we'll try and put down the rebellion. While the rebellion's going on, the public order will be improving in these provinces, which is badly needed. Let's see. Yeah, things are actually looking okay money-wise for the moment. And food-wise, it's quite good too. We don't need a library. We need these other buildings. +10 public order, +15 public order. 500 wealth from culture, also in the polo pitch. Now that's handy. Yeah, I need some pretty serious money to research that though, so I'm gonna save it because that would be pretty handy to be able to build that in my cities at this point. Man, I don't know what to do with these guys. I'm half tempted. Of course, they could just nuke that settlement, and then that would be devastating for me. Right there, I'd be able to reinforce, so let's just move into reinforcement range. These guys are going to keep dancing around me. This episode's going a little longer than I want, but I want to fight in here before I get done, but no one's giving it to me because the AI is just a bunch of chicken chowder heads here. Running around like freaking dorks on the coast trying to stay away from me. They would have to lay siege to this city. So part of me thinks maybe if I can flush these guys out and around, let them go ahead and come siege this city, and then I'll move my army in. Let's see if we can lure them in that way. This one they wouldn't have to siege, they could just take it. Well, that's assuming they don't have catapults. They may have catapults too. And like I said, I can't risk them nuking my settlement to the ground. They may have moved far enough that I can get them there too. They sure are avoiding me because they know I'm going to give them a massive butt kicking. We need to fully repair the Murray Dam, which sucks because that's a lot of money. I can't afford to have anything go wrong with it. I still cannot reach these guys on the end of this turn. I don't know what all they have army-wise, but... Okay, the rebels, for some stupid reason, have not gone after my settlement, which is actually kind of amazing. Let's take these guys out. They're gonna run away, of course. Of course.
Wipe them out!
Let's go ahead and kill these rebels, at least, since we haven't gotten any other action on this video as far as combat goes. I'm encouraged by the income that we're turning. The income's pretty nice, actually. All things considered, I need to get this annoying army to quit playing dodge or tag with me on the Arabia Felix. That's getting beyond old. I'm just gonna spread out. Just run forward. Tell my cavalry not to run. We'll just push up and get a piece of those onagers. I got some Contari, Scout Equites, Equites Dame, Limitani, Palatina guards, and just another unit of Palatina, so their infantry is going to be craptacular. Sagittari and Fundatoris. I'm going to push up my Camel Warriors on either flank. Nothing they have is going to be terribly effective against the Camel Warriors. I can go into a diamond against their shot cavalry, and my Camel Warriors should end up beasting these guys out with relative ease. Approaching quickly, so it should minimize their casualties to the stupid onagers. And then skirmish-wise, I'll have a pretty big advantage. My guys are going to be a little tired moving in here, but it'll be alright. There we go. Let's go ahead and take these guys. Start pulling up a flank, and let's start focusing fire on some of their Sagittari. My archers. Taking a little fire from the onager at this point. But yeah, we should be able to focus fire their archers. I'm just going to use standard shot for now, just so I can maintain a decent refire rate. Their Kontari are moving up. This is actually pretty bad for me. Okay, hit a shield wall. Let's pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Let's hope my shield wall got formed. It probably did not. No, it did not. Those Kontari are going to basically flatten my entire unit of axemen. Dadgummit, that ticks me off. Really? The Kontari take 2 losses and destroyed an entire infantry unit. That ought to teach the Kontari a little lesson there. Fire straight into the back of them. They got more cavalry moving in. Got another great sideswipe charge. They're going to wreck my axemen. As long as I don't lose these units, as far as not being able to retrain them, it should be good, because I do not have anywhere to retrain infantry on this side of the Red Sea. The enemy cavalry took a beating for this kind of foolhardy attempt, though. Oh, no, no, no. Take out those cav, take out those cav. There you go. Let's get my axemen regrouped. I'm going to move in with my spears from the flank. Stupid Kontari got 83 kills. Okay. I'm going to go into Diamond and charge their Kontari. And let's actually take my depleted axe units, hold back. Let's take the viable axe units and push forward. Viable spear units and push forward. Push forward. Let's come out of... I'm going to attack their spears with my own, and I'm going to smash into this Palatina unit here. Should be effective. Their Kontari have gotten wrecked pretty thoroughly. And let's charge into the back of this unit over here. And let's get into the back of all these units. Axes forward. There we go. Yeah, we're beating these guys down pretty bad here. Gonna get nice rear charges here with my Desert Spearmen. Armored Camel Warriors are overwhelming most of their infantry, and their cavalry for that matter. Their guys are not gonna do well versus Armored Camel Warriors here. Let's force a ceasefire with my archers because I'm just gonna do more damage to my own men. Armored Camel Warriors just absolutely mopping up these squishy skirmisher targets. Yeah, and their last bit of infantry here has had it pretty much too. Their Palatina Guard here is going to get wiped out. Rear charged, camels inbound, surrounded by infantry. The Palatina Guards have a lot of armor and health, but they're really not good at anything else, so yeah, they're going to get absolutely wrecked. As soon as that general's gone, then this battle's over. So no big surprise that that one's going to fall to us. Here, look, their cavalry actually regrouped and came back and charged my archers. The AI is persistent, if nothing else. That Equites Dalmatae did not do all that well. I'm going to make sure and cut it down there. Killed a lot of my own men doing it, but prices had to be paid. Enemy general's dead, which means this unit ought to rout off the field momentarily. I'll give them a complimentary camel charge to speed them on their way. Yeah, the armored camel warriors are going to be a huge asset early in the game. Going to be very powerful. A lot of tankiness, good attack. They can stand up to most shot cav charges if you use the diamond formation properly. The Sassanids probably won't be coming with anything too crazy heavy this early in the game. The rebels somehow, though, did not die after having retreated and being caught in attack. They still managed to retreat again, which seems utterly absurd, but that is what they did. So, guess I'm just going to have to live with it. Income is good at this point. It's quite good. We need to get another army raised, and what I'm thinking I'll do is just raise forces here, go ahead and grab the camels, sail across to here, and get the axemen and the hurlers. So let's take care of that here. Maybe take a look at this tree. I'm out of statesmen that belong in my family. Take a look at influence levels here. Some of these guys, not the greatest when it comes to influence. Well, it's because this guy can't seem to get a fight. That's not helping him at all. We could just pick like one of these guys here and then adopt him. That's probably what I'll do. This character here could adopt them pretty easily, and he doesn't have any family, so that would work. So let's go here, raise forces, marksman, champion rider, experience for cavalry recruits would be good. Got a couple of champion riders actually. Let's raise this army. Get in here and let's grab our camel warriors. And we'll go ahead and grab one spearman there while we can. Actually, if we're going to be fighting the Sassanids, yeah, let's just get the spearman. And we'll go ahead and start getting that army ready. We'll take it back across. Money's going to be pretty good over here. Is the biggest thing I'm concerned about, though, sanitation until we control one of the larger settlements, but we're actually okay. The bigger hit to public order is going to be kind of a problem, to be honest. We need to take Alexandria as soon as possible. If we can start putting some hurt on the Sassanids, that would be utterly brilliant. We're going to need these priests once we move out of Arabia too, and I can only have a couple of them, which means we'll have to rely more on buildings to take care of the work that they do, though I think that they're probably more effective than buildings, to be honest. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We got a governor that can rank up here. It's the only thing we can give him, so we'll give it to him. Public order +1. Let's give this +5 bonus from presence of Judaism. We have another unassigned skill. Oh yeah, public order +2. That'll actually help, because I think he's the one that's over Egypt. And then let's get back in here real quick. Got this general we just took. Let's take this guy, adopt this fellow here, and should be set to go. end this turn. I know it's been kind of a long episode, but wanted to get a little more done since the start of it was probably a little slower, a little more paced with me thinking of how to avoid a war with the Sassanids only to have it happen anyway, which means that I could have attacked them early on. They have a decent-sized army there in Isla.
We are not a friend for the new moon.
I don't want to make friends with you all because a lot of people hate you, so I'm good. I was kind of hoping the Garamantians would ask for peace too, seeing as that they're in kind of a needless war with me. But they have not had any indication. Look at this. Such horse crap. I've got a plan for those scoundrels, though. Really? Look at this. They're going to come back down and be like, well, we retreated, but now we're going to come back and attack you now that we have absolutely no chance. Very nice. You're dead. Enjoy the shallow sandy grave in the desert. It's almost like dying outside of Vegas. Except without the casinos. Alright. So we fully repaired the dam. That's good. We certainly don't want to lose it. I have gotten these guys trained, which means that... No, don't even think about it, you dimwits. See them trying to march around on land. Hate that. Alright, so we're going to scare these guys one last time. These guys will come ashore. We're finally going to trap these dorks. And then we'll be able to move over and go take their city and see how they like a big fat slice of that. My income is back down a little, unfortunately. Is this guy capable? No, he cannot fill a post. Some of these guys can fill other posts, though. Or no, what will... Yeah, it looks like he's already in there. Never mind, those two guys look almost identical. Does it not tell me who they... Okay, Hassan. So this guy we could put in here as well. Okay, that works. We took out the rebels up here, which means we finally, like, kind of stabilized the public order here just a little bit. And with Judaism on the rise, the religious differences penalty should start to drop. I need to at least wait a... I would like to wait a turn, but I mean, well, I need to actually because we've got to recover a few men here before we can go siege Alexandria. Let's go ahead and end another turn. We'll finish that research. I kind of need to save the money so I can finish the research to unlock the next tier of that plaza, or the polo pitch. Yeah, that's what it is I want to get. Sassanids are going to put to sea and try and get behind me, so I'm going to have to move down there to cut them off. This is why a navy would be helpful here. Money is just tight, and there's not a whole lot of way around it. Once we get out and snag another province or two, though, we should be able to afford a navy and keep this kind of crap from happening. Navy could be pretty handy, actually, at keeping dopes like these out of my territory. This is absolutely ridiculous what's going on here. Okay, these guys can now come here. And we're going to recruit some Baltha warriors. And then I'm going to chase these guys off once again this way. And now they're left no choice. I'm going to get them. Your running can't last any longer. I can actually reinforce the city if the Sassanids attack. So I'd like to see them try. Unfortunately, this means that we're going to lose more public order because I can't actually garrison the city at this point. I didn't have this agent deployed, though, and that makes a big difference. So we'll see if indeed that helps. Can I afford the loss of... Yes, I can afford it. Ooh, no. No, I can't. Not until I improve the buildings that handle squalor. It's +4, and that only takes it to +5, and it's not really in the region that helps me. Going from that to that is a jump of 2. Yeah, actually, I could handle it if we upgrade this. And it actually adds growth too, which could be... Well, I'm trying to save money for... Yeah, that research. I should probably do that. That would unlock the carpet maker eventually too, so let's just go down that route. Let's see what happens on this turn in. See if the Sassanids still attack Berenice. They probably won't. They're just going to sail off like a bunch of chickens. AI doesn't want to ever fight you on open ground, it doesn't seem like, unless they have a huge numbers advantage. Come on, attack me, chickens. Oh yeah, you're going to attack where I'm not, of course. They have a lot of cavalry. It's actually giving me decent chances because they have so much cavalry of their own. I just don't know if there's a place where I could actually hold my ground here. This is going to take away a bunch of my income too. This is freaking annoying. I guess we're just gonna have to auto-resolve this. I don't feel like fighting this. Hopefully that doesn't make me go broke from upkeep cost here. Oh wow. Yeah, the Sassanids have armies here. This is gonna be a problem. I'm actually gonna need that other army probably over in Egypt. Once we get rid of that other nuisance army that's in Arabia, we'll move over and go help in Egypt, because it looks like the Sassanids have a considerable amount of power there that we're going to have to take down. This is going to get trickier before it gets easier. Hope you all have enjoyed it, though. I do believe I'm out of time. I was really hoping to get some more action in on this episode, but since the AI is a bunch of weaselly scoundrels that won't stand and fight, and they always attack where I'm not, it's obviously led to less battles. Now, I know that it's technically smarter of the AI to be weaselly like this, but it's also extremely infuriating. So now we've got these guys trapped. They're not going anywhere. So that ought to be entertaining. The Sassanids, of course, now sailed away now that they were able to take me out there. This is probably a bit risky, coming out here and fighting them. In fact, I probably shouldn't do that. But hey, I'll take the chance and see if we can destroy them. Might be able to get them somehow. In fact, let's just go ahead and hold on for just a minute and actually get a real battle in here. See if I can gain my first decisive victory over the Sassanids. A bit gutsy here because I'm definitely overextending against 2 Sassanid armies, but let's see what we can do. They should attack 3 Sassanid armies. Never mind, this is complete suicide. Yeah, even corner camped, I don't know that there's any way I can win this. Never mind.
Retreat, men! Retreat!
I need that other army over here, because this is going to get problematic. Wow, that was quite the retreat there, buddy.
Supplies.
And there comes the 4th Sassanid army. Holy cow. It's going to be Sassanid apocalypse here.
We respect strength and wisdom.
Actually, yes, you can have military access if you'll help me come fight the Sassanids. Don't know that they're going to be very effective at it. Holy crap, this is about to get nuts. Because they took that settlement too, I'm probably going to be hurting for money to fill out that 3rd army. I badly need that 3rd army though. Yeah, these guys are now going to be forced into attack down here, and they'll lose. If I have to defend there, they'll lose. So we can... Oh, we're actually losing money every turn now too. This is good. Which means that I need to just rush over here and take their settlement so I can get the money back. So we'll pick up from here next time. I really need to take my settlement back up here. The Sassanids could very well march around me and try and get to Pachoras too, and that would be devastating. So we're in a bit of a pickle here as far as we need more money, and we need it fast. So yeah, we're running low on options here. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.